Hello, one Brick Me here with a look at the LEGO Crocodile Locomotive 10227. This set is absolutely incredible in my opinion. First of all, the design of this locomotive and the way they were able to replicate it in LEGO form and still keep it very authentic is truly mind-blowing to me. Everything about this set is absolutely spot on in my opinion. Each of these railroad cars is very authentic. One of the things I really appreciate about this is that both the front car and the back car have these wheels with the rod that connects the wheels. This makes the train very authentic to its actual counterpart in real life, and I do really appreciate every LEGO train that has this functionality. Because of this train reminds me a lot of the Emerald Knight we got a while back. You can actually take off the train off of this little stand, and when you look at this stand, it's actually not the real LEGO railroad. This railroad is completely brick built, which unfortunately is not compatible with your LEGO City layout, the current railroad that LEGO sells, but it's still a very nice presentation piece nonetheless. Over here we also do get a sticker with the specifications of the Crocodile Locomotive. Its maximum speed is 40 miles an hour, which is very good for a cargo train. First of all, let's take a look at the middle portion of this train, specifically the roof of it. I do really appreciate its design and the real attention to detail here. For example, the electricity grabbers over here, you can fully customize them, adjust them just how you want them. This is one of these details that is really amazing in this set in my opinion, and it does look very great, and a lot of fans were kind of upset by the way the train looks, but when you take a look at it in person, it looks much better than the images you'd find on the internet, trust me. So if you take off this roof, you can actually see the interior of the train. You get two drivers here, one of them is a male figure, and one of them is a female minifigure. Of course, this interior is very nice, but it is kind of cramped and you can't really fit much else in there to you can't fit in play cargo or anything like that in here. It's mainly supposed to be served as a presentation piece, but still has the interior, which is a perfect blend of playability and presentation in my opinion. One of the really interesting aspects of this set is that you can actually combine it with the powered up large motor as well as the battery box. Therefore, you can make this train fully motorized. Wow! I mean, that's insane. You basically follow the simple step-by-step instructions and boom, you can have this train motorized in an instant. Because of the complexity of the wheels of the train, you cannot actually use a train motor like you would get with the LEGO City trains. There's actually some gearing here, which is actually kind of cool in my opinion, and it does work flawlessly, and the gears do remind me a lot of the Emerald Knight train we got a while back. That had also power functions compatibility, and you could insert an XL motor instead of a train motor, which is very similar to that. And it does bring back a lot of memories since as a kid I actually used to own the Emerald Knight. When you paired the powered up hub with your phone, you get a very cool interface of how the actual controls for the locomotive look like. You get a brake here on the right, and you get the actual throttle thrust control here. So yeah, you can just accelerate this train and boom, it'll go around your LEGO City track, and it is very compatible and it does look phenomenal in my opinion. It's one of the best trains ever. The main thing with powered up which kind of concerns me is that for large LEGO City train tracks, this is not going to be very feasible. Why? Well, as soon as the train goes out of the phone's range, the train is just going to stop. It's not going to run indefinitely like it could with power functions. So that is kind of a disappointment, but I'm still kind of happy with the powered up system. Also, one more thing, as soon as your phone falls asleep, so you don't touch the controls, you just let it go on its track, after a couple of minutes, your phone's going to fall asleep, and when your phone does fall asleep, the train is just going to stop. It's gonna stop. So you definitely want to change the settings in your phone if you want to keep this train running indefinitely. In order to achieve its beauty, the train uses many complex building techniques. And yes, in my opinion, that does justify the 18+ mark on the box. This uses many complex building techniques, and it can really be seen because it uses over 1,200 pieces, and yet it does look small for its piece count, meaning there's a lot of tiny pieces in there that kind of make the whole structure, really add detail to this set. So let's take a look at the actual minifigures. Over here we have a male train driver, and both the male and the female train drivers use the same exact uniform, so the same torso print, and there is no leg printing on either of them. You know, the female minifigure is kind of generic, you know, she has a basic face. However, the male train driver does have a very cool face, because I don't ever remember seeing this particular print of a face. It has a lightly colored beard, and it also has a lightly colored mustache. You know, beards with mustaches don't usually go well together, but in this case, they managed to pull it off perfectly. I mean, one could complain that they don't have any leg printing or arm printing or something like that, but in my opinion, that for only $100 you get so much. I mean, you don't even need to have a sophisticated printed minifigures or anything like that. So what are the pros and cons for this set? Well, the pros is that it's a great presentation piece. I know what you've been hearing on the internet saying about how bad it looks and that it just isn't a Lego train or something like that, but believe me, this is your ideal Lego train. It looks phenomenal. Another great pro is that it's powered up compatible. I mean, you can control this train with your phone, you can customize it, you can just do so much with powered up now that, in my opinion, getting the motor and the battery box just for this train is definitely worth it, and I'm gonna keep it running around my track with the powered up modification. It's that good. Another great pro of this set is its price, of course. It's only $100 and you get 1,271 pieces. According to the 10 cent per piece rule, this set should be like 130, 120, but no. This set is incredibly cheap for the amount of detail you get, and for the presentation you get, and for the amount of pieces. It's insane. So then, what are the cons for this set? Well, I can only think of a few. One of them being is that the stand is not made of traditional Lego rail tracks. These railroad tracks are completely brick built so that they're not compatible with your current Lego City layout. In my opinion, this little presentation panel should have been compatible with traditional Lego system train tracks. Another negative I can think of is that it's not compatible with power functions. Now, I know what you're thinking, is it powered up replacing power functions? And yes, it is just my personal bias here speaking. I grew up with power functions. Power functions is the king in my opinion. I mean, you're definitely going to be able to integrate it a little bit, but it will ruin the look of your locomotive for sure, since you'll have the IR transmitter sticking out a little bit. Overall, this set is phenomenal, and you should definitely get it. But unfortunately, here's the thing. It's already completely sold out on the Lego.com website. Like, you can't even backorder it. Everyone wants this set. So as soon as you see it on the shelves, anywhere, at Walmart, at Target, pick it up right away. This set is selling out like hotcakes. It's even selling out sooner than the Technic Lamborghini. It's demanded that much. This is your Unbrick Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.